Hello and welcome to another episode of Baker Banter, the sports podcast with College Juice Podcast. Welcome, everyone.
What's going on?
Good to have the fellas back, that's for sure.
It's kind of like I said, it's feeling comfortable.
Yeah,
feeling real comfortable. We have to note Steve's attire tonight. It's wonderful Hawaiian attire.
Yep.
Yeah, man. You know, I have a trip tomorrow. I got to fly up to Minnesota at 6:25 a.m. You know, I'm this is exactly what I'm gonna wear to the airport. Be ready to go, man. Got some cargo shorts ready, and the fanny pack.
Oh, absolutely. Drink a little pineapple juice before you go.
Hawaiian punch.
Hawaiian punch, man. Yeah.
That's what he was talking about doing to some of the players.
Whoa.
All right. No, we won't get into that.
Wow.
Too far.
All right.
Too far.
So we're gonna start off the episode here with the golf tournament this weekend, which is the PGA Championship being held at Quail Hollow, correct?
Yep.
Just kind of check. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Just making sure. What I send the U.S. Open at one point or something. I was like, I think that's it's a
a couple weeks from now.
So we're gonna get
the quote that Hunter Mahan said about Quail Hollow. Did you guys see that?
Nope.
The Kardashian one. That
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So the golf course, he goes, I guess I would say Quail Hollow is like a Kardashian. It's very modern, beautiful, well kept, but it lacks a soul or character.
Wow.
Like talk about aggressive.
shots fired. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm.
All right, so we'll get into picks here. We'll talk a little bit about it. I don't know if any of you guys have anything to talk about the course or anything. I think the last time they played Quail Hollow was 2017.
Yep.
Anybody
play it every year. It's usually the
The
truth.
last time they played the major there was 2017.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know if you guys have any info on the course or anything you guys want to share. Trey, Kev, Steve.
I mean, the guys are familiar with it. Like we just said, they play it all the time. I don't think it's going to be like this. I think it's going to be like a typical -14, -18 winter. The only thing that might be an issue is weather. I don't know if it's supposed to rain or not.
Mm-hmm.
I know earlier in the week they said it was going to be a wet weekend, but it'll just be interesting to see how it turns out. I think it's really anyone's tournament.
It's my kind of weekend.
Yeah, we like to call that Mondays around here.
Yeah.
Wet and wild.
Yep. All right. So we'll give our top 10, top 5 picks here for the tournament itself. And then we'll continue with our suicide poll, right, Trent, where we will pick a winner and a surprise winner. Your surprise winner must be odds of plus 3,000 or greater. I think Trey picked all of his picks of plus 3,000 or greater last time.
Okay. But to be fair, that's is that even an underdog? Like plus 3,000?
I mean, you asked me, I think only one of your people made the cut that you picked.
So, all right, there's 8 people that aren't plus 3,000 to win it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
What you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. All right.
Trey, your pick last time was like 150,000 odds. Like,
Danny McCarthy top 10 the whole tournament.
You weren't here. We're like, dude, you could like bet a quarter and you could like basically be a millionaire. So that was pretty cool.
I bet $5 and
didn't win any.
Your winner was higher odds than your log shot winner. That was the thing that threw me off. But
yes.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going off odds. I was going off of my analysis and my take.
Strokes gained, huh, Trey?
All right. You guys, I can go through it again if you want me to.
No. I want to stay awake.
All right, Kev, why don't you start us off? We'll go top 10. We'll go Kev, Steve, and then we'll go Trey, Trent, and then I'll finish up. And then we'll just maybe, I don't know if you guys want to snake back. We'll just kind of snake back and forth with that. So let's go, Kev. Who's your top 10 pick?
So I went back and forth on this for who I wanted to pick for the show. I kind of like Corey Connors in this situation, but I'm actually going to go with a PGA Championship winner, multiple winner, that is, and take Brooks Koepka as my top 10.
Like it.
He hits the ball far. It's going to be wet. So guys who can hit the ball far off the tee are going to have an advantage this week.
Wet and wild.
Wet and wild. Yes.
With the long ball. That'll lead to it.
Chicks dig it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Who's
All
up?
right.
My up tie?
No,
Or
Steve's
Steve?
up.
For my top 10, I went Colin Morikawa plus 240 on the, I think, bet 365. No deep analysis here. He just looks consistent. I think he had issues. Did he not make the cut?
Like,
At the Masters.
He made it.
He did.
He made
I
it.
think he was up there for a while.
Yeah, he was my winner pick.
He was threatening for a while, but I like a top 10 pick from him this week.
Trey, go ahead.
Yeah, mine's a safe one. I'm going Xander Schauffele. Doesn't really done much this year. But he's kind of like middle of the pack, top middle of the pack. I just think he kind of breaks through here. And like I said, I feel like it's safe. Plus 180 odds, top 10.
Trent, who you got?
I think that's my my theme is pretty safe this tournament around. I'm gonna try to make gain some ground on the suicide pool standings. Sorry.
We did change it up a little bit though. Remember we said top 5, top 10 aren't counting anymore. We're just gonna count the winners.
I know, but I'm just saying it's my theme across the board. Like
Gotcha.
I know. But I'm taking the Irishman Shane Lowry. I'm going Lowry to finish top 10 here. Got that for +4. I think I have +450. I don't know. I feel like he's just a consistent name that's always in the mix at one point in time, whether it be early day 1, day 2, day 3. I think he's going to hang around enough.
Yeah, I think the key to him, Trent, is he's got to have an early tee time.
Yeah,
he always plays better in the top of the morning.
Tough. Wow. That was not an actual analysis.
No, but I didn't see that one coming. That was pretty good.
Yeah. He can't forget his Lucky Charms. Like, jeez.
Sorry.
We are
part completely Irish. Cracked
so
up a man joke too.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. My pick for this for top 10, I went Hideki Matsuyama. Again, kind of safe, +300, not too crazy. But I think he finished well when this was the PGA Championship back in 2017. So he'd be consistent. I was trying to mix it up a little bit. I was all over the place with my picks, but and then I don't know, we'll snake back here. My top 5 pick, I know has been kind of, I don't know, reading some experts picks and stuff like this. Some are really against him. Some are saying that he could win. I'm going with Justin Thomas here as a top 5 pick. I actually used a boost. There's a surprise PGA boost on DraftKings. Took it from +360 to +450. So
can I just call that boost total bullshit? Because no matter what, I never get 50%. I always get 18% for some damn reason.
I got 25%.
No, well, I always get 18, and I bet so much on golf, and I use their sports book. It's like, help me out, man. Give me a 50. It's always 18% for me.
Probably because they know you're going to bet no matter what. So
exactly,
exactly.
See, I always thought it was reverse. Like they look at you as like, wow, this guy really utilizes us. Like, let's give him a reward for that.
No, he's going to do it no matter what. We're not going to.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. All
right. Well, they get me. They got me. I'm gonna sit next one out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Yeah. You're
right. Gotcha.
Damn it. All right. Top 5 for me. Hold on. Sorry. I took Kev. You and I were on the same boat here. He's my favorite golfer just because I think he's a hilarious person. kind of unorthodox in terms of how he handles himself with golf is Brooks Koepka. I got Brooks for plus 800 to finish in the top 5.
Nice.
Is he just not doing well this year?
I feel like a lot of those guys, not speaking from DeChambeau, but like a lot of the guys that went live took a huge pay cut, which probably, I don't know, is it?
No.
I'll let you guys use the opinion, but I feel like by not having to play, maybe it's like, I hear some say it's because they're not in as competitive tournaments anymore. I don't know. And they just have a ton of money now, and it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, they definitely didn't take a pay cut.
I didn't say pay cut, did I? I meant to say
You
they
did.
took my apologies. They took the money. They took the money, and therefore they're kind of like, hey, if I,
Also,
I got a ton of money.
They're not being represented in the world golf rankings. Like,
yeah,
as it's hard to. Like, I understand it.
So then that's what it is, because the where I take the data, like that automatically fills in our little golf sheet that I have on the Excel sheet, I have it through the top 200 golfers in the world.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's gonna. Yeah.
And when Kev said Brooks, I'm like typing in Brooks, and it usually auto populates. It's like not populated. I'm like, what the hell? So,
yeah. No, the live guys aren't on any of those. They're also not eligible for the Ryder Cup unless it's a captain's choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that would make sense then. Yeah.
My top 10 or top 5, right?
Top 5, yeah.
My top 5 is another safe one. And I don't really care. I'm going Scotty Scheffler minus 110.
Minus 110.
Top 5. I mean, he's always there.
Okay.
He is. My question is, when are the 5 of us going to start picking him as our winner?
I thought the same thing. It's like we want to save
the
it.
last major, and we're all going to pick Scotty Scheffler to win the last major.
It crossed my mind. I'm like, do I do it now? Like, is this a good opportunity?
Yep.
And I was like,
Right
let it run.
I mean, not to get off track, but like, I really wanted to pick Rory, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But because he's won at this course 4 times. He hits the ball farther than basically everybody, but other than DeChambeau. And he hits the ball high with his irons, which will fit well with a wet green also. So,
right.
anyway,
Yeah.
so any of you the 3 of you, because me and Steve picked him at the Masters, if you haven't picked him as your winner, Rory might be a
Consider
solid course there.
All right. Steve, who you got top 5?
Same as Trent. I went Justin Thomas. I got him at
me.
plus 450. Or sorry, Tyler.
Sorry.
We all look alike. It's okay, Steve.
The other bearded guy. I went with Justin Thomas. Coming off his first win in 3 years last month at the RBC Heritage. I think he's gonna keep rolling. So I like a top 5 finish for him. And I did get it at plus 450 at bet 365.
Yep, sweet.
Without a boost. I'm gonna have to go use my DraftKings boost.
So it was without a boost. Oh heck
yeah.
Wow.
That's even better.
Was that you said bet 365?
Yep.
All right, Kev, who you got top 5?
I'm going with somebody we've already named also. I'm taking Steve's top 10 pick, Colin Morikawa. He's top 5. I think he's actually 1 in accuracy off the tee, which I think will play well here. And then he's top 5 in that beloved stat we love, strokes gained.
Right.
So he's playing well right now. Yeah, also, as Steve said, he's a very consistent guy. He hasn't won since his rookie year as far as majors, but he's still usually always in the hunt. So I like him to get back in there.
I like it. And then, Kev, who's your winner?
Winner. Long shot or winner?
Oh, yeah. What do we do first?
We can go. Well, let's do. Yeah, we can do long shot, and then we'll do our winner then.
Okay. So my long shot, I went back and forth between somebody probably nobody knows, and then Jordan Spieth. But Spieth, because he's going for his Grand Slam just like Rory is. So I thought maybe this is the year he finally gets it after a drought of I think it's like 5 or 6 years without a major.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to go with the guy who's had success at Quail Hollow, which is Keith Mitchell. He is
Cashmere Keith, baby.
He is plus 13,000.
Whoa.
Long shot winner. He's finished when it's been called the Truest or whatever it is, he's finished in the top 10 multiple times, made the cut 4 out of 4 times. So he knows the course well, plays there well. He's my long shot.
Sweet.
He just played well at in Philly, right? He was in the top there. I think he finished like at least top 10.
Yeah,
That's Philly Cricket Club.
Cashmere Keith.
Didn't know that about Spieth. How many ball taps is Spieth going to give out this week? Okay.
Ball taps.
That was totally on purpose. Like that had to be. Like
yeah, he knew the guy for sure, 100%.
I saw so many mixed stories. Like someone said it was his agent, and then I'm like, no, and I hear no, that wasn't his agent. But it was like he totally crushed that guy in the nuts on purpose. Like that was so clear.
Yeah.
But he did not react. Like Spieth did not like react at all. Like he did anything. But sorry, just a side note. But that cracked me up.
That was funny.
All right, Steve, who's your long shot?
Man, you got me thinking about going with Jordan, man. I might need to put a longhorn on this one, man. But I went Shane Lowry. He's plus 5,000 or 5,500 on DK. Yeah, I mean he's been playing well, and plus 5,500 for somebody who's been playing well. I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah,
I like it. That would get me a top 5 winner top 10 winner for me. I'll take that, Steve.
So what?
All right, my surprise is I don't really think it would be a surprise if he won, and he's plus 4,500 odds. That's Patrick Cantley. I just think he's a solid player. Could be due for a tournament win here soon. I mean, he's always in the hunt too, I think so. Very slow player, though.
That's a guy I saw a lot that, like, looking at experts and stuff, that people were floating his name around a lot. I mean, I know his odds were higher, but there was definitely a specific trend with some expert picks.
Who are the experts?
Yeah, well, yeah. Who is that expert?
Oh, I'm just looking at the analysts and stuff.
Just experts.
I was on CBS. I was on NBC. I was on VSiN. I was doing some research, man.
Golf Digest. No,
Probably.
What was their strokes gained take? No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, there was a whole, like, the one guy that I did find that I actually used his article had a whole thing on strokes gained.
Yeah.
And he had the last, I don't know, it was like all the way through like 1980 something, for like what their strokes gained winner was. It was nuts.
Yeah. So wait, so you guys look up articles and stuff, man? I usually just go to Dick's Sporting Goods and talk to the golf pro there and just see what he says.
There you go. It's probably not a bad strategy. Wait,
Yeah.
I'm once Trey gives me his, I'm gonna tell you my strategy. I actually called Trey to tell him what I did today. It was pretty wild.
I have chosen as my dark horse surprise winner. Not odds wise, is like I said, kind of chalky, but Victor Hovland plus 5,000 as my surprise winner.
The Swede. Is he Swedish?
I have no clue, but sure.
He's from Scandinavia. I know that.
Yeah. He's not Hawaiian, so Steve's okay with him winning. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I think he's Norwegian.
Norwegian. That's probably it.
Yeah, there's a reason I had to look that up today, and you're about to find out why.
Oh.
All right, so here was my strategy today. All right, so I told you guys I did do some research and stuff. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I figured I'd try something different. So the last time that we did this, when I made my picks, there were some guys that gave some data, and he was like, "Okay, that narrows it down to like he had like 8 golfers that kind of fit this mold." So today I found an article that had just some trends, like 10 out of 14 and 18 to 19, 50, kind of stuff like that, and to talk about the winners. So what I did is I took kind of the ones that were like the closest. And I actually used Grok AI to compile a list and analyze the data for me. So the way that I was able to pick my winners and surprise winners here. So what I did is I typed in, I said, can you list the professional golfers that were younger than 30? Because 10 out of 14, I believe, 10 of the last 14, 10 out of 15 were younger than 30 years of age. 12 of the last 14 PGA champions had earned at least top 20 finish in their previous start before the PGA. 12 last 13 PGA champions had at least a top 20 or better finish in the previous PGA Championship start. 18 and 19. Wait, I like no. And 4 of 5 PGA champions finished in top 10 at the Masters in the month prior. So I typed that data in and said, can you compile a list that like fits this mold? And I'll tell you what, Grok AI like analyzed every single bullet point of data that I had put into it and told me like if they were close, if it fit, how close it was, and all this stuff. And then it said, okay, and now here's like the criteria based on, all of it put together. So based on that, I actually refined it a little bit because there was another one that I looked at. And it was 10 of 14 PGA champions have been Americans, which is why I knew he was Norwegian. Hovland. So what I came up with, I won't get to my winner here, but Sam Burns is my surprise winner at 12,000. So me and Kev are pretty close here, 12,000, 13,000. But Sam Burns, I believe, fit about 2 of the 4 criteria that I initially put in.
Jeez. So, I don't know. I think I'm taking the Dick's Sporting Goods Golf Pro take there, Steve. Yeah. That was a lot.
I don't want to ever hear about strokes gained ever again there.
Dude, I'm I'm a big AI guy, so
it sounds like cheating too.
Oh,
how is it cheating?
Just getting an upper hand in our contest we have.
I found data. I found data, and instead of me doing all the compiling and putting it together, I asked AI to grab all the data and give me my list.
We'll have the board review whether or not this is fair play or not.
And it's not a research paper. I'm all right with it, man.
Yeah.
So my strategy was basically just good vibes this time. Good vibes and good odds. I'm not gonna lie. I did a little bit more research last time than this time, but I just was let's go with the what makes me feel good here.
All right. So that being said, I'll give you guys my winner here.
Go ahead.
There was one golfer that fit the mold within the top 20. And that golfer, my winner is Colin Morikawa. When I upped it to top 30, there was one other golfer that fit the mold, and that was Scotty Scheffler. So Morikawa and Scotty Scheffler fit like the mold of about 6 different pieces of criteria that I put into the AI. So
well,
that's where I'm going.
Interesting.
If he wins,
oh.
you gotta give me some credit.
Well, then there's definitely an asterisk next to any.
How? It's bullshit. It's not an asterisk. I was the one that put the data in.
No.
AI assistant.
Yeah, AI. Yeah.
It put it together. It gave me my list.
It gave you a list.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Well, Tyler, we're really testing it because I know we talked about it earlier. I made the decision this week. I'm going Scheffler as my winner.
There we go.
Because I wasn't quite sure if anybody else would be this time around. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be a little different. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him now. But
could be the lone wolf here.
Yeah. I'm going with the live guy. I think a guy that'd be one of the top players in the world if he wasn't on live just because of the rankings and stuff. That's Joaquin Niemann plus 3,000 odds. I think this is his tournament. I don't like the rain though. That's the only thing. The weather could be a big factor. I'm not sure how his game's gonna respond to
that. They say rain possibly Friday.
That'd be
I think Thursday was supposed to be okay, but Friday was supposed to be a little wishy-washy.
I mean, Thursday, because they've gotten a ton of rain, just like we have here in Virginia. So Thursday will be wet, but not. I mean, it might not be raining, but it'll still. There's a lot of saturation on the ground. So
yeah. Well, they say no practice on Monday or something, did they? Because of weather.
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez.
So we'll see how that.
They didn't just go to Top Golf.
There you go.
Hit some targets.
All right, Steve, who you got?
I went with Bryson DeChambeau plus 900 on DK.
Wow.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Like odd wise, man.
Plugged it into the AI, came back. bleeps and blorps came back plus 900. I was like, lock it in. Let's run with it. So, actually, to find good odds, check out. I'm not plugging this. I'm just making a suggestion. But the Action app, or going to Action Network and going to the website, they'll give you the odds of different books. And from there, I was like, oh, like I'll hop on 900 there and go from there. So
that's awesome. All right, and Kev, who you got?
I'm going with a previous winner and at this course, 2017. Last time it was there, Mr. Justin Thomas. He's plus 2,200 on DraftKings. He's top 20 in putting, top 3 in strokes gained. And
strokes gained.
The only thing that worries about me is his driving. He's like outside the top 50 in driving distance, so I'm a little worried about that. But has experience at the course with plus 2,200 odds. I thought it was a nice little take there.
Oh yeah. And you said he was the winner in 2017?
Yep.
So I wonder if that must be then why a lot of people I was reading were like, oh, Justin Thomas.
Yeah. He's also playing well right now. Like he won, like Steve said, he won last week or the week before.
Last month, RBC.
Yeah, Heritage playoff. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure he had a decent showing at the Masters, and he's been playing pretty well since, at least the articles I've been reading. Everybody said he's been playing pretty well since like October of last year. So
sweet. All right, let's do it. I will type those out, get those out to us. I'll get the scores out earlier than I did this time too.
You're good.
They just put it in the grok. Let it do its work.
Yeah.
You know what?
You could probably just predict what our scores are going to be, right?
They probably could. I mean, it probably could if you wanted it to.
No.
Hey, man. We know I'm a big AI nerd. That's fine.
We should start doing Bearded Baker AI picks. See how that runs for a month for some props or something like that.
Well, Steve, I was gonna say I did tell you that's what I was trying with K-prop stuff, and like that kind of was a little bit short-lived because we had like 2 or 3 unsuccessful days, and I know I just got to refine like what I'm putting in. But the walk stuff was okay. The K stuff, I don't know. There was just weird outliers that I just couldn't figure out. So I kind of slowed the roll on that a little bit. That's why you guys haven't been getting text about it. It's like, I don't think it's helping anybody. I'm not trying to hurt people's bank accounts. So.
K-props are tough right now, man. You just don't know if a guy's even going to go 5 innings, 6 innings.
Seriously.
Maybe the angle right now unders. I know underbit you today, Kev, but we were on opposite sides on the Will Warren on that
Will
one.
Warren, yeah.
But he went for 8, didn't he?
Outside of
9.
Outside of the sport we just talked about, golf, I mean, baseball's probably the most difficult sport to bet on. Like, you just never know. Like, Lodolo, he averaged like 3-point-something strikeouts for his first 7 games. Now the last 2, he's hit 8 and 7. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's we had talked about it like a couple episodes. Like, you feel like all of the actual trends aren't the trends. It's like you could just go right in line with the betting trends. You'd be like, oh yeah, this is no brainer. -150, -140, 160. Absolutely, this will hit. And it's like, nope, way off. It's like, what the hell? I mean, we did go 3-0 tonight / I guess last night because episode, but I've kind of like been putting a K proper 2 out just because I'm trying to find some sort of rhythm with it. So I started going back to my first 5 plus a half a run with teams, just because, even if it's tied, you can still win with the plus a half.
Right.
You can usually find okay odds with some teams, but that's kind of the route I've been taking right now, and just on the side putting out some Ks here and there. But yeah, baseball's been pretty wonky.
Yeah, it has. It sucks.
It's brutal.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? I mean, anything else baseball, or do you guys want to get right into horses and then we'll do some rankings?
Let's do some horses, baby.
Giddy up.
Horses, but I also want to state one thing, because we're all college basketball fans here, but I want to hear your take, Steve and Kevin. That was the most joke of a rigged lottery I've ever seen in my freaking life. Like, and don't get me wrong, like as a Duke fan, I'm much happier to see Cooper Flag go to Dallas than say Charlotte, or sorry if you guys are Washington Wizards fans, I'm not sure on that area, but like what the hell? Like that is so, and the trend of trading a big player to a big market and getting rewarded with the first pick is so glaringly obvious right now. So I don't know how they want to say, just like how like we joke about the NFL script, they want to flaunt it in front of us to where it's like, oh yeah, sure, it's rigged. Wow, come on.
Well,
I don't know if you guys have any take.
Well, Trent, growing up.
So you're Maverick. That's
outside of Dallas, Texas, living in Mesquite, Texas. Shout out Mesquite, the world famous Mesquite Rodeo.
Barbecue chips too. Right?
That's a tree, man.
Right.
And he got those bugs too.
But listen, if Chet Holmgren didn't make that half court shot for the Bulls, right? The Bulls would have been in the spot that the Dallas Mavericks were in. It was a coin toss, right? Coin toss. We flipped spots with them. That's why they're in the 10th spot. So that had to fall in place. Now I know it's a 1.8% chance for the Dallas Mavericks to get the #1 overall pick, but there's some people who hit these big, parlay lottos, and sometimes it just works out. I still think Nico Harrison deserves to be fired and harassed for the rest of his life, and doesn't deserve a wink of sleep. But there's one thing the Dallas Mavericks know how to draft, and that's generational white boys. And
not Hawaiians.
Oh, geez.
Well, if he happens to be a white boy from Hawaii, then it's a double check mark for me. I mean, Dirk, Luka, and hopefully if Nico Harrison doesn't F this one up.
Steve Nash, right? They drafted Steve Nash.
What's that? Yep.
Did they drafted Steve Nash?
Yep.
Okay.
So, like I said, there's one thing we know. That's a white guy who is a generational baller, man, and it looks like we might be landing one. I'm not expecting a championship or anything turnaround. I still want Nico gone. So
watch him draft like Ace Bailey.
I will. This is live. This is live. I don't want to put any threats out there and then come back. Nico Harrison goes, he disappears, and then I'm in court. They're playing
under investigation,
right? They're playing this back. You guys get subpoenaed, called into court. I don't want to ruin you guys' day, So just put it this way: if Nico messes this up, he will not be able to ever go to a Dallas Mavericks game.
Not a chance.
Ever.
I mean, you guys are pretty much. I did hear that you're no longer going as the Mavericks. It's now the Dallas Blue Devils, right? That's going to be the first. Okay, Lively, Kyrie, now Kyrie. Cooper.
Hey.
What is your, as a Mavericks fan though, or Blue Devils fan? What like I mean, I know it's like, it sounds crazy because, like you said, you got to take Cooper Flag, right? But a lot of people are saying entertain the opportunity to trade for Giannis. Like, would you take a Giannis over drafting Cooper Flag first overall?
Giannis is going to the Spurs.
So it's about longevity, right? Kyrie got hurt. He won't be back until December, January. Anthony Davis is going to be hurt. So, I mean, it's right. It's easy money on that one. It's just Cooper's going to be the future. Nico's saying we have a 2-year window. If he really believes a 2-year window, the Giannis trade would make sense, but I don't want it to happen. Give me the young guy who's going to be there for a long time. Let's build a team around him. He's got the intangibles, and all the other hot takes I've seen. I forgot who was saying that they didn't see it when they watched Cooper play. This kid was 17 years old, playing with, preseason before the Olympics with the Olympic team, playing against these guys, and they were impressed with what they saw. He's okay. If anything, a bust would be a sixth man off the bench, but right now he's going to go through his rookie lumps. And I don't want to. And me and Kev were talking about this off air earlier. He said he doesn't want to make a comparison to any polished NBA player to his game. So I don't. It made sense to me when he said that. I'm not going to make a comparison for that, but I'm excited for what I see. And he doesn't have to be, hey man, like, you got to carry the team. You have Anthony Davis. They're going to probably move him to the 3. Anthony Davis will play the 4. And when Lively comes back, Lively will move into that 5 spot. So 3 big men who Lively shoots threes. I hate that's a part of the game now, but that's where we're at for the NBA. And 3 big guys who can spread the floor as well. Kyrie, who's a great guard. It's a good team, man. It's a good team, man. You know what? Like you said, I'm pretty sure Cooper was like, "Thank God I'm not going to the Wizards or a team that's just
Jazz."
Trent said that too.
Like, might ruin his career. You know what I mean? Like, you won't get off now. Yes, he'll be high profile, but it's not going to be. The eyes are going to be a little bit different. He's got guys around him who have been number 1 overall draft picks, and he's got the Duke guys with him, and they're all excited to play together and stuff like that. So I think it's a good situation for him.
For sure.
Kev, any take?
No, I mean, it's definitely rigged. I mean, it doesn't really say that. Like, we've seen it over the years. Like, Trent, you alluded to it a little bit with the guys getting traded. I mean, we saw it with the Pelicans when they traded Anthony Davis, and they get your other Duke boy Zion the next year. Chris Paul gets traded, and that's when they got Anthony Davis. Like, it's
LeBron from the Cavs.
You can even go all the way back to Patrick Ewing and the Knicks. The NBA wanted Patrick Ewing to go to the Knicks. There was no other way about it.
Did the Cavs get it when LeBron left too?
Yeah.
Yep. And Rose with Chicago.
Right? Yeah. Like, when LeBron came out as a teenager out of high school, Cleveland got it because he's from Cleveland and he's the Messiah, right? So
sure.
It had to go to Cleveland. So we knew that was going to happen too. I mean, as a Wizards fan, it sucks because the years that we've had the number 1 pick, Kwame Brown and Alexander Sarr, like,
you got John Wall. He did that was a good pick.
Yeah.
That was the easiest pick right there. It was like he was clearly the best player available, and John Wall pick was solid. But the Vasily picks and
I'm just saying, the years that we tend to get the number 1 all pick, the draft, it's a down draft year. Like, the guy who goes number 1 in that draft, like, compared to other drafts, usually had been like the 10th pick.
Yeah.
I think there was even a rap song about John Wall, wasn't there? Like,
there was.
Like, if Sarr went this year, he'd probably go like 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch a ton of NBA, but I am happier where the Wizards are at just because they have the old Oklahoma City Thunder GM. So, and obviously look what that team's doing now. So hopefully he can repeat that kind of success. And who knows, maybe we'll actually have a good team here in 3 or 4 years. But
Yeah. Hey Kev, I'm a Thunder fan simply by default because I was a Supersonics fan. So like I'm actually, and I said I don't follow the NBA super closely. I followed it in the playoffs usually, but I just kind of need to celebrate some sort of championship just because my teams have been so close over the last couple of years. And then Trey sends me this whole Villanova, North Carolina thing with the Pope coming out, and
that was messed up.
Gosh,
Yeah,
damn,
they dubbed the Pope
hurt.
over that buzzer beater in the Spot 4 championship. And it's
Dude,
like the Pope running beside it, shooting the 3 and making it. Pope's from Villanova.
I would never send that to you, Ty. I'm just putting it out there. I would never send that.
Appreciate that. I remember I was literally watching the game by myself, and when that really happened, I don't remember if I cried because I was by myself. I might have.
You did. You totally cried.
You know what sucks about that is Marshall had an even better shot the possession before.
Yeah, right, exactly, and it was just
that just gets totally forgotten about.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that shot was 100% more difficult too.
I don't think that was Marshall.
Yeah, it was.
No,
guard.
It was not Marshall. It was the guy that's an assistant coach now.
Marcus Page is who it was.
Yeah, it was Marcus Page.
Whoops.
Double clutch in the air. Come on, different lefty guard. Get it right.
I knew who he meant. I know.
It definitely wasn't Marshall.
My whole thing about that year or that game specifically is just like, why didn't we pick up further up the court? But anyway,
yep.
We don't need to go down a rabbit hole on that.
No. We'll spend a lot of time. Yeah. All right. Let's talk horses real quick. We'll go winner, trifecta box with your top 3, and then we'll go what?
I didn't do a trifecta box. I just have my winner.
I just want to know, can you explain to me why you can't place your wagers till Friday? Are they worried about scratches?
Yeah.
So scratches, I believe, is on Friday morning at 9 a.m. is the last chance that horses can actually be scratched.
I'm only seeing 9 horses right now. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
There's only 9 horses are racing. This one's it's usually a lot smaller than the Kentucky Derby.
Can I point out that some of the jockey names are cooler than the horse names? Like Flavian Prat, Umberto, Rispol, those are awesome. Safi, those sound like horses' names, but those are cool. I like those. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. I'm big. Once again, not a horse expert. This is this guy's name's awesome. Totally rocking with that one. So
that's where I am too. So
that's why I picked my horse. We'll probably all pick the same horse then.
I feel like I overthink it sometimes.
Yeah. No. What did Grok say about the young horses?
Just tossed it into Grok AI.
Okay, so I was going to, but then I figured the trends wouldn't be as good because you get different horses all the time. But I was going to look at trainers, I was going to look at jockeys, but I did not AI this one. So
the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. So just hold your horses.
Oh. Yeah. What do we get? What's our first pick, Ty? What do you want us to start with?
I mean, let's start with winners.
Winners?
Yeah, we'll start with winners. We'll do winners, trifecta box, and then we'll go long shot winner.
This might have been my pick for the last race, but let's hit him with a little. I believe it's Metallica. Enter Sandman. I'm going Sandman. Lucky number 7.
He's sitting pretty right now. 4 to 1 odds.
With
Don't sleep on the Sandman. There it is. Okay. Good.
I'm going with the number 1 horse, goal oriented.
Boring.
It's not number 1 horse. He's the number 1 post.
He's the number 1 post.
But that's okay. Thanks.
Well, the favorite's not him, but
I know it's the guy that won last time, right? Journalism.
No, he's not.
He didn't win.
He didn't?
Another Kentucky Derby winner's not racing the Preakness.
So there's no Triple Crown this year.
Nope.
No,
That's
journalism got second. Sovereignty was the one that won the Kentucky Derby. So, but journalism is the second post position, and which is actually pretty favorable for the way that he actually runs. So,
why isn't Sovereignty? Is it like hurt?
No, they just decide to hold off to Belmont.
It's actually created some controversy where there's been discussions that are the races too close together for the horses. So,
oh my goodness,
I don't know. That's another topic of discussion, but we don't have to.
Secretariat didn't need no break. Damn it!
He was juiced out of his mind too.
What Secretariat? You mean like in its nuts because it's just like a freaking stud just producing these offspring of horses nowadays? Like Jesus. Sorry, that was very vulgar to say. I apologize.
Rumor has it is that Bob Baffert actually bred with it himself.
Ew, that's gross. That is ew.
Seriously, imagine being like a retired Kentucky Derby winner. You just spend the rest of your days like on a big open pasture of some rich guy.
Yeah,
just get beat off all the time.
Trey has a dream right now.
Sounds like
not by a rich guy. That's not weird. That's not weird.
If the money's right, Trey.
Trey wants beat off by a rich guy in an open field.
That's not what I meant.
He licked his lips when he said it too.
Yeah, it was so weird.
You know what I meant.
I don't think we do.
No,
All right, Kev, who you got? Who's your winner?
I'm going with from the 8 post, Clever again. He's an offspring of a American Pharaoh. So,
yep. I like that. All right, and Steve, who you got?
So Trent, no research really, but I did talk to my guy Smokey Joe. Hangs out at Charlestown races up in West Virginia. He's like, Steve, you gotta bag journalism. I was like, all right, Joe. All right, I'll put a little fiver on journalism. So yeah, I'm going journalism the winner, man. Let's go.
Damn, that makes me want to take it.
Tyler. No big deal. And then Trey, you could start.
I think we're back live again. Yeah, so yeah, you gotta. Whenever you guys, just a little tip to the listeners, and whenever you're walking around, I don't care what track it is in America, but specifically if you're in West Virginia and you see a guy with a couple missing teeth, just ask him who he likes in the race. Like, who you like. Trust him. He knows a thing or two.
It's not bad advice.
He's probably got some skull with him too.
Swallows it. Doesn't even use a spitter.
Hardcore.
Trey's talking about that fantasy again.
All right.
Yep.
I knew it. I knew once that came out.
Another open field over there in a pasture.
Oh my gosh. All right. Trifecta. Or wait. Do we all give our
Tyler, did you give your pick?
No, I didn't get my pick. I am also on the same boat as Kev. I'm on Clever again. I don't like that he's the 8th post, but I went back and forth between him and Goal Oriented, but I'm going to go with Clever again.
I think it means he's the 8th best horse. Just kidding, Tyler.
All right, and then
that's me. I would believe you, Trey. Sounds good to me.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of happy that Kev, you and I have the same pick, just because picked Sovereignty last time. So
I did. I got it right.
It's riding the hot hand. All right, kind of like Trey and his field pasture thing, riding the hot hand. All right, so let's go. Trifecta box. Trey, do you have yours ready or no?
Sure do.
Okay.
So I'm going journalism.
Okay.
Goal oriented. And the River Thames. Thames? I don't know. Try to say it both.
Thames.
It's like Thames.
It's like SZA thing that we talked about. SZA.
No, the best was you literally said SZA, and I'm like, oh no, never heard of her. Huh?
Now, Trey, real quick about your horse pick there with River, good old River. Yeah. Todd Pletcher has not won this race in 10 tries, and Todd Pletcher, just so you know, is the trainer. So I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah. Well,
isn't the saying the 11th time's the charm, right?
Exactly, Trent. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. You need mine?
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going Sandman. I'm just going to take all our picks, guys. Sandman, Clever Again, and Journalism. Let's do it. Let's have a day.
I like it.
Well, you didn't take mine.
What was yours?
Goal oriented.
Definitely not yours, Trey. You're talking about getting beat off in a field. That's weird.
All right.
Steve, who you got?
Never gonna live it down.
Buy a rich guy too. What the hell?
That'll probably be the clip tomorrow, just so you know.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna go Journalism, American Promise, and Clever Again. Those are my three.
Again, okay, I like those. Kev, who you got?
Steve took mine.
Say all three.
Yeah, that's the three I was going to go with.
You guys both talk to Joe, or what's going on?
Did you talk to Smokey Joe too?
Yeah.
I told him to text me after he talked to you.
We're totally bringing this guy on the episode for the Belmont Stakes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that. That's a good idea. Smokey Joe.
On his flip phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna tune in.
Hey man, you have something stuck in your tooth. No, I'm just kidding.
I think they have Starlink Wi-Fi down there in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Just put your phone in the air. All right, my trifecta box is Clever Again, goal oriented, and I'm going Journalism.
I'm sorry. This is a random Starlink fact thrown out. Like you and what are you driving a Tesla too? Like, geez.
Okay. No, because you guys like, how? Oh, he probably doesn't have internet, and I was like, well, they probably have Starlink down there.
Yeah, you just put your phone in there.
Yeah. Whoa. Such a random ass thing. Oh, sorry.
All right, last one here. Long shot winner. We'll start. Kev, who you got? Your long shot winner.
Long shots. I'll go with Pay Billy.
It's hard not to pick him. I like his name.
Yeah.
Like I want to pick him.
I mean, Gosker, that just sounds funny. I don't want.
Yeah.
That's my pick is Gosker.
Okay. Steve?
American Promise.
Okay. Trent?
I'm saddling up with you there, Steve. I'm on American Promise as well.
Hey, let's make that a 3 trifecta saddle up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm also on American Promise.
Wasn't sure where you're going with that time. Let's make that a 3.
Yeah.
Hello, Lady Liberty.
Not the Eiffel Tower. That's France. It's a French promise.
Oh boy.
Too far, Trey. Too far.
Yeah, I know.
This show is ready to mature, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
My mom listens all the time. Don't worry, guys.
All right. So we got rankings real quick just to kind of finish up the show here. So this is our last 2 weeks. We have our lip saddle rankings, as you can see. We got 5 new guys down there with some wonderful saddles that rest underneath their noses. So take that for what you will.
You said that very weird. Like that makes me kind of like kind of makes me uncomfortably like ew.
All right. So just a real quick recap. Our rankings, just in case anybody you can't see it. The top one is called the Top Dog Lip Saddle. Number 2 ranking is called Furtastic. Number 3 is called Ticklin' Stash. Then we have a Shaggy Surprise, and then Keeping It Fuzzy to round it out. So our ranking, our 5 guys for this week, we have, I'm probably going to mispronounce this guy's last name, Andrew Chafin from Detroit Tigers. We have Mitchell Parker from the Nationals. We got Randy Johnson. We got Wade Boggs. And we got Fred McGriff. So let's start at the bottom here. Who is keeping it fuzzy?
Wow. Well, I'll tell you right now. Number 2 there, the Nationals pitcher looks like Paul Skeens' little brother.
Dude, I was just thinking that as soon as Tyler pulled it up, I'm like, it's like a photoshopped image.
No, I mean, in his defense, this is his first year with the saddle. Previous photos had him just clean shaven. But I mean, if we look at that and we all agree, then that he's probably the Shaggy Surprise based on where we've ranked Paul Skeens.
Yeah, it's not too shaggy, but
or you think he's just keeping it fuzzy?
Hey, Stephen, Kev,
I think it's like a little tickling stash.
Did you guys really think you'd be ranking mustaches on a sport? Baseball a long season, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Fred McGriff is more like keeping it fuzzy.
You think so?
Yeah. It seems like Mitchell and Fred are like neck and neck and keeping it fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's like I will say this about
tight stash, tight saddle.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fred McGriff. You can tell it's just like, hey, it's like really neatly groomed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so we think Fred McGriff's keeping it fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
All right.
And Fred to your point, Tyler, you said this is what's his name, Mitchell Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said it's his first year with the lip saddle, so it's probably patchy. Probably not like the fullest, so I think that'd be a Shaggy Surprise. You know what I mean? Probably see some skin underneath it.
Ew.
What?
Just sounded.
No, it's not like a full one, like a, you know what I mean. So I like him in Shaggy Surprise.
Everybody agree?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
He looks just like Paul Skeens. Like, what the hell? Like, just put them beside each other. Holy hell!
If Paul Skeens smiled,
right?
Paul Skeens smiles when he's in with Livy.
Oh, I was gonna say he can do whatever the hell he wants, I guess, because it's just
What? That got a little creepy.
All right. Well,
sorry, like he's just like I'm saying, he's like the biggest name in baseball pitching right now. He's gonna be the
lost
future.
for words.
I know. It's like there goes. He can do whatever he wants.
I did not say
whatever he wants, because I mean, damn.
I did not say damn, and I did not say I did not say anything like okay.
Oh shit. Okay. So we have Andrew Chafin. Is it Chafin? It's Chafin. Would you say Chaffin? Chaffin?
Probably.
I'm good with Chafin.
Chafin sounds right to me.
Okay. I mean, it also sounds like shaven. So,
yeah. I mean, he fits the mold perfectly here. I think
for tickling,
for a tickling stash. Yeah.
Okay. Trey would know. He likes those tickling ones.
All right. So Andrew Chafin's there tickling, and then all right. So we got.
Come on, Kev, give some input here, man. You got Top Dog Lip Saddle, Furtastic. I mean, what are you feeling?
Randy has to go Top Dog for me.
All right.
Top Dog.
I like it, man. It's like old school.
Come on board.
All right, so Randy's Top Dog.
The saddle with the flow. Like those are like the what do you call those things? I don't know. In addition to a saddle, whatever.
Like stirrups. All right, that's what they're called.
Okay, Dr. Trey.
All right, so then Wade Boggs then is Furtastic.
Yeah, shout out Wade Boggs and the Wade Boggs challenge.
Yeah,
you guys familiar with
Great
that?
Always Sunny episode.
Okay.
Wade Boggs challenge.
Yeah.
Describe.
So
What was that?
there's an episode on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's my favorite
And
show.
they wanted to replicate like a legend of his where he like consumed like 64 beers on a flight
Yeah,
between what was it, like where was he flying to? Can't remember the flight, but it was like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hour
Yeah.
flight.
Yeah.
And they were just all drinking beers on a flight with white t-shirts, like with check marks, like going through,
Yeah.
like just smashing
awesome.
beers. Whole episode is just following them around when they're just like, hammered. So it's hilarious.
That's
That's
one of my
awesome.
favorite episodes.
That sounds fun.
That does sound fun. Sounds like the 9 challenge with baseball.
Trey, I think we just established our bachelor party for you right there.
What's that?
Wade Boggs
Boggs
Cow. Let's do it.
God, I'll die.
That's awesome. All right, and then
Nothing.
last ranking we'll do here. This is most likely to win a hot dog eating contest. So 5 guys that we have. What? We
That
have
is like Kev's reaction. Oh God! Read that
So
straight glizzen.
straight glizzen, all beef, no filler, hot dog. Please hold the bun, please, and then make it a meatless. So the 5 guys that we're ranking this week, we have
Scherzer down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. There was a little clip about him being a husky last week.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think all huskies have those eyes, but anyway.
All
not-
of them.
he doesn't.
All of them.
They
All of
don't.
them.
It's fun.
They all do.
Man, that's how I was able to get all those strikeouts back in the day, man. Just that would freak me out. I remember when I
Maybe
first
he's, like,
saw him, and I was like,
talk to
"Is that
himself.
real?" Like,
Yeah.
freak.
He's probably like, yeah, glared. That's what Trent last week, he goes, well, that just makes him weird. And I was like, it doesn't make him weird. I said, it makes him a husky. And then we had this whole conversation about why all huskies have different colored eyes.
They
They
don't.
don't.
It's not true.
All of them do.
There's like it's not uncommon, but not all of them.
Okay. Anyway, to each his own. All right. So our 5 guys that we have here, we have Vlad Guerrero Jr., we have Cecil Fielder, we have Prince Fielder. So we got a little father-son connection here.
Ooh.
Yep. And I don't know if you guys saw, there's a 3rd fielder in the MLB that's it's Prince's son, but he's not on here. Then we have Derek Jeter and Ichiro Suzuki.
All right, Derek Jeter's definitely making meatless. I'm
100%.
I'm gonna forget that. Put his ass right there. Yep.
Yeah.
He
Put his
totally likes
meatless
meat
ass right
dogs.
there.
Yeah. Right.
Put his veggie dog meatless ass right there.
Easily.
Where do you put Ichiro? Because he could probably get tips from Kobayashi.
That's why.
He's a hot.
Oh.
He's a hot.
I think
dog.
we got not to but look at hold the bun. I think Adea Nomo's in there, so we could put them
You're
together.
spot on. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man, we're going to get
Well,
flagged.
It's
What?
All right.
that was good.
So
That was
hold
good
on. Where
analysis.
are we at? Icho's hold the bun, please.
Yep. They're
It's because it's like skinnier guys. They don't eat a lot of
but
carbs.
okay, but hold on.
Kobayashi's skinny, and he always wins the hot dog eating contest.
is that why you lumped him in there?
But wasn't he suspended for puking afterwards?
That was one time.
All right, so I have to make an argument.
One time
I
every
kind of
time.
feel like
Doesn't matter.
I kind of feel like Ichiro is a hot dog because he's just very skilled, very fast, right? And then I kind of was leaning more like Vlad Guerrero Jr. is more of like a hold the bun, please. Like, hey, I'm a big guy, but I also
No.
I play in
Who's
Canada.
bigger? Who's bigger, Prince or Cecil?
I feel like Prince is the hold the bun.
Because whoever's smaller is holding the bun.
Are they, or are they just like?
Personally, I think Cecil's the top. You gotta give Cecil straight glizzy.
Cecil Fielder
See, I agree with that.
right here. All right, so Cecil straight glizzing. All right. Oh man. So then can we agree that Prince is all beef, no filler?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And I think Vlad Jr. is a hot dog. No, like
Do you, Charlie?
I think he fits the mold. Like who's
Better than
Adley?
Ichiro.
Yeah,
Better than those hold the bun please guys they're thinner.
no carbs. No carbs.
Yep.
I
might
feel like
see that.
That works for me. Let's put Vlad at a hot dog.
all
Yeah.
right.
What position did Jay Buhner play? Was he first base or third? I can't remember.
Third base.
Or to Harley.
Third.
Brute J. Buhner, he was a left fielder, right field.
Was he? Shit.
Yeah, you're right. He was a
Edgar
right
Martinez played third base on those Mariners team.
Yes, I should have known. MLB 96, Sega Genesis. Come on, right, Ty?
Yep.
Damn.
That
was the team to play with.
A solid category there. It looks like we nailed that one.
We're gonna run out of guys here soon because there's not that many.
So
Husky
here's the
guys.
thing. So I have one more week for these two rankings, and then we go into bench press contest and have beers with. So we do each contest is 4 weeks.
Have beers with, that'll be a good one.
I have
and keep in mind I have these lists already set but if you guys think of any other ones and stuff, I can add them, and they're all different. Like there's not going to be any repeats here. So
I like it.
It was getting a little bit tough, but I spent a lot of. Early one Saturday, I was doing these lists.
If you're gonna make us rank mustache and hot dogs, you gotta bring us back on for the
we will
beers and
we will. We'll definitely bring you back on for those. All right. Hey, we got one more week of lip saddles and hot dogs.
Well, standing in an open field of a rich guy, right, Trey?
Yeah.
Just getting beat off and look at the sunset. Man.
I mean, is that a dream?
No.
It depends on which rich guy. You know what I mean?
It's
like
not.
You
No
gotta have
rich
soft hands and stuff like that. That stuff matters.
I didn't mean the rich guy. I meant like the sunset, like open
whichever guy's straight glisten.
Oh my god!
Hold the bun, please.
Oh, it'll make it go. It'll make it go faster. It'll make it go faster if you hold the bun, please.
Yeah, we're definitely getting removed off every platform for this episode.
And it's funny because it started very calm. It's golf, just easing in, and then
those horses will get you.
I was gonna say, once the horses got brought up, it was no holds bar.
Gosh.
All right. Oh man. Well, appreciate you guys coming on.
Absolutely, it's always a blast. Always enjoy it.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
take it easy,
everybody.
Steve, you said you're flying tomorrow.
6:25 a.m. Early flight to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Man, I've never heard good things about it, but I'd like to know what your take is next time we're all
Minnesota.
On. Yeah.
I like it there, man. I go there probably once every other year, just in general. But this is for work. But like one of my good friends lives up there, man. State Fair, definitely go check that out.
Skull Nation,
definitely go. Yeah, big buckets of cookies. Gotta have.
Oh, it's right up my
damn.
All right, appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend.
Take it easy, fellas.
See you.